What's up, everybody? It's Jazz Marie back again with another video. I'm here to do a solo seafood boil for myself. As you can see, I have some Dungeness crabs here, some king crabs, some corn, some lobster, some eggs, potatoes, you know, just a little bit. And I still have some of my beloved Smackalicious sauce right here that I actually made yesterday. So I still have a lot left. Yeah, and I'm actually going to do a story time as well. So I'm going to talk about, you know, my first labor versus the second labor, when I had my daughter versus when I had my son. Yeah, so let's just get right on into it. All right, so I don't even know where I want to start. Probably shouldn't start there, but it's a little bit closer than I got. The sauce is good too. I got garlic down there, ginger, onions. That's good. Anyway, so of course when I had my daughter, I was younger, so you know I didn't know what to expect, and I used to always watch the baby stories on E Network, I think it was, to like try to prepare and everything like that. But nothing really prepares you. It wasn't that bad. It's not like I had like a crazy story. Like my water didn't, it didn't break or anything like that. It just actually, I never have nowhere for my damn shells to go. I always forget. I'm just gonna grab this bag for my shells. Okay. So yeah, my water didn't break or anything like that. I started feeling like minor cramps as I was laying in the bed. It was like the wee hours of the morning, and I was laying in the bed and I was feeling, you know, contractions. And I think I went to the hospital about 3 something in the morning, probably about, I was 3.5 centimeters. So they decided to keep me. I actually had went earlier that day too. I was feeling like pains all day, and they sent me home. And then later on that night, I went back. So I was in there about 3 a.m. I didn't have to get any inductions, or maybe I did. Yeah, I think they induced me a little bit. They also broke my water. I did get an epidural, so I did get pain meds. But after I got the epidural, I was knocked out. I was sleeping so good, like so good. Like the pain was intense at first. Like it was the most intense like cramps I ever felt, but I don't know. After that epidural, I had no worries. I went right to sleep. They actually had to wake me up and tell me that it was time for me to push. So just like that, I woke up. They told me it was time to push. I felt like, really, man? I just woke up. So anyway, I was pushing her out, and I was like smooth sailing, not a lot of pain up until her shoulders was coming out. That's when I felt like all this pain in my back. Like shot up my whole back. It was like real painful, and I thought I couldn't push, and I was saying I couldn't do it. But of course I did. I buckled down, pushed through it. She came by 3:40 p.m. She weighed 7 pounds 6 ounces. She was 19.5 inches long. She was healthy and happy. My son, you know, I just recently had him. He's 10 months now. And how much is? He was pretty easy. I think, you know, Farrah probably paved the way for him, you know, to come out. I actually had a doctor's appointment. I was 27, 28 weeks. I had a doctor's appointment. I went in, and I don't have, you know, high blood pressure. I'm usually always like normal, so I'm always good to go. But this one particular time, I had very high blood pressure, so they wasn't okay with. Oh, sorry, crack right here. They wasn't. Oh, not the ninja. They wasn't okay with sending me home, so they wanted to send me down to the stress people, whatever that is, stress testing and all of that, to monitor it, and it wouldn't get lower. So eventually they did decide to admit me and induce me that day. Now, when something like that happens, that can be a very long process. It was a long process. I didn't get a chance to eat at first, and my appointment was early that morning. They had me in there all day. Then they induced me, like, and you know, you're not allowed to eat when you're about to give birth. So, you know, before they did that, they was like, you know, I've been there all day. I needed to eat something. But also me eating something, I had to wait a while until I digest. So it was a process. Getting me admitted, getting me into a room. Finally starting the induction. They also had to break my water. But let me tell you something. Once them contractions hit me, and this was the painful the induction has got for me. Like with my daughter, last time I had got induced, that epidural was already kind of like taking that edge off. But this time it was just nothing but the pain. I mean, so unbearable. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was holding on to like the rail on the side of my bed. No matter how like strong I was like holding tight to it, it still was just, whew, them contractions ain't no joke. And then the guy came in for my epidural. So I'm already going through the pain when he come to give me the epidural. Of course, his dad was there and everything, and I don't know, just try to you have to stay really still when it comes to that epidural, because if they stab you in the wrong place or something like that, you know, you can get paralyzed and all this. So I had to stay still while I was getting my epidural. Meanwhile, I'm feeling them excruciating contractions, and then I started feeling nauseated, like I had to throw up. So yeah, she had to grab the pan for me. I'm throwing up. So then the epidural procedure is done. It starts kicking in. But then as soon as it starts kicking in, I'm starting to feel like all this pressure, like, oh wow. She was like, oh yeah, just push through it. I'm like, no, I feel like if I push through it, a baby's gonna come out of there. She was like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I feel like I'm holding something back. And she was like, oh, well, hold on. And they start running around trying to get the doctors and everything, because he was ready. And I think he actually would have been out sooner. But once we started pushing, I got a little scared, because I'm just like, oh God, what if he split me open or something crazy like that? So it was just, it was scary. So she was like, oh, you're going to have to make a decision. If you want to get that baby out of there. Because right now, I was the only thing standing in the way. Like coming out. I will say she was a nice lady, but they wasn't good as far as support. Like, when I felt like I can't do it, I didn't feel like it was like much motivation. Like, you can do it. Like it was with my daughter. But hey, and then I couldn't hold. They told me not to hold his hand. I had to hold on to the bed rail. So times is changing. Yeah, but it was like, what, 2 pushes and he was out. I don't think I got any stitches. With my daughter, I had 2. With mine, I don't think I had any stitches. Farrah, Make sure you're able to hear. No, you can't because I can't. You're listening to me when you should be paying attention. And I told you not to do that.
I know it's because I had a video on and it was going to be too loud.
No, well, don't worry about that. You do what you have to do. That's more important. Sarah, she have a class right now. So. It's actually good when you learn to make it on your own because there's no limit to how much you can eat. Yeah. But anyway, 2 pushes, he was born. Yep. He was 7 pounds, 7 ounces, born at 11:11. And everybody told me I should play that number because it's luck and everything. But yep, he was 7'7", born at 11:11. January 25th. My daughter was 7'6", born at 3:40 p.m. January 14th, 2009. She's 10, he's 10 months. So, I don't know. I would say they both had like their ups and downs, but I feel like they evened it out because I feel like Afara was definitely more smooth sailing into that back pain. And Amias, that whole wait period, the induction, and then feeling the pain before that. But the birth just happened so quick. Like, all that waiting around, I didn't have to wait for him to come out. He just was ready. He was waiting for everybody else, I guess. So, yeah, I guess they both kind of like was equal. Oh man, y'all see that? This is neat. Sad. Yep. I don't plan on having any more children. I love it and appreciate the ones that I have. And you know, for a long time, it was just me and Afara, and I was good with that. You know, all my focus was on her. Wasn't no like, distractions or anything like that. Yeah, it was just me and my girl. And I think everything plays a special part. And now, Amias, he comes in. And he brings something extra to the pack, and I just feel like, I'm complete. Kids are very special. They do cost, but they give your life a whole new piece of meaning. The baby just woke up. I guess that's my time. Let's see if he go back to sleep. But sometimes he do that. He'll wake up. He'll whine a little. He'll see that I'm not there. We're spoiled behind. It's not. No. Okay. Yep. So as y'all can see, he's up. So his big sister's gonna get him in just a minute. They move this away because he will touch and grab anything. Let's see how. See, when you a mother, you gotta learn how to multitask because everything don't go as planned. Usually never go as planned, actually. Mother with one, eat with the other. Why you up? Took a little 15-minute nap. Why you up? Hey. How you do? Ah, so excuse me. Yeah, excuse me for burping, man. Say hi. Yeah, say hi, man. I eat. I can't get into the crab holding the boy. I went up for lunch trying to finish most of the boil. But y'all know I usually leave so much food left. You were thinking like, oh, you can eat this real fast? No. It start filling you up and you start feeling it. You start feeling it. I always love boiled eggs, but now that she done put me on to a whole nother level, be love that is. We're dipping it in the sauce and all that. That's good though. Oh. Y'all see him? Get my man here. I'm gonna see if he go play in his